The King of the Luchadors, Dirty Dominik Mysterio, is Intercontinental Champion no more. John Cena was granted a Intercontinental match with Dom by Triple H after Dom interrupted Cena's promo earlier in the night and won, becoming a Grand Slam champion. Dom losing wasn't the bad thing. Personally, I'm kind of okay with it just because he's had this long run and it's to John Cena. I'm kind of okay with it. But you know what really pissed me off? It's how the Judgment Day storyline screeched to a halt. Done. Nothing advanced. We were getting some advancements in these last month or so. It was painstaking, but we were getting some advancement. Now tonight, screeched to a halt. Dom lost, Raquel lost, Roxanne was made to look like an idiot, and there was no clubhouse segments when we should have had a clubhouse segment. We couldn't see Dom mad and upset. We couldn't see Raquel mad and upset. I don't even know if Finn and JD were there, but everything screeched to a halt. That's what pissed me off. And what really pisses me off is because now Dom and Finn have nothing to fight for. So you're going to tell me they wasted all this time with Dom and Finn angrily looking at each other, Finn eyeing Dom's title, only for Dom to lose said title, and Finn is now looking like a geek because he never challenged for said title. That's what pisses me off. It's not Dom losing. It's because everything else screeched to a halt. People have Dom has nothing to show for it. Raquel has nothing to show for it. Raquel and Roxanne got booted out of their own feud again. So Nikki fucking Bella can turn heel in a worst turn heel ever. Everybody saw that. But does anybody really care that she's going to turn heel and challenge Stephanie? Now I saw some people were saying, well, Liv can beat Nikki for the title. Why would you want to treat Stephanie that way, first of all? I'm not a big Stephanie fan. I don't get her. I don't get Julia. But I would not want Stephanie's title to be thrown to Nikki just for Liv to win. Nah, I ain't about that. If you want to give Liv a title or world title, fine. But that should either be coming from Raquel later on down the line, or maybe even Roxanne. It should not be coming from Nikki Bella just and then taking it off of Stephanie this quickly. No. And speaking of Liv, people are saying, well, now Liv can return. No, you do not want Liv to return. In fact, I want Liv to stay away until 2026 because what the fuck will she be coming back to? Seriously, answer me. If Liv returned right now, what would she be coming back to? Where will she be inserted? What can she do? Raquel has nothing. Roxanne has nothing. You can say maybe she can start some beef with Roxanne, but there's still nothing there. It's nothing really of substance. That hasn't kicked off yet with Roxanne and Dom. You can talk about maybe she can kick off the feud with Finn, but they have nothing to feud for. Dom and Finn have nothing. Dom has the Mega Championship still, but is Finn really going to be going after the Mega's title? Liv needs to stay away till 2026. I am so serious. Until they straighten out this fucking abomination of a Judgment Day story, Liv needs to stay away until 2026. I don't want her around right now. This thing needs to be rebuilt badly. It needs to get back on track, needs to get on the rails, it needs to do something. But Liv needs to stay away. Liv returning right now will not fix shit. And this is why I say I am for all of Judgment Day, because everybody looks like a geek right now. JD, Dom, Finn, Raquel, and Roxanne. And tonight proved, and y'all are not going to like me for saying this, tonight proved that the WWE will ignore what the fans want. They will ignore what they cheer about and do whatever the fuck they want. So, because of how Dom was presented tonight in his heels way, and how Ray was acting with his deadbeat self, this leads me to believe that it is possible that we could get DomRox just to keep Dom heel. I know y'all not going to like me to saying that. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's concrete. But seeing what the WWE did tonight, this leads me to believe they will do whatever the fuck they want. And if they want to keep Dom heel, because they're not leaning into him being heel, listen to commentary. He was not getting those sympathetic commentary vibes from Joe Tessacor. If they want to keep Dom heel, they can run DomRox. And people will just have to sit there and take that shit. I'm all for drama and messiness, but I do not like things forced like that either. Because there's a whole bunch of different organic ways they can do that. But like I said, I would not be surprised if they run DomRox. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I would not be surprised if it ends up that way. Especially if they want to keep Liv heel. Because now if Nikki's heel and Liv had that feud going there, it's flipped now. So now Liv goes face. I don't think Dom goes face here in this situation. And even with Finn, you can say, yeah, well, Finn does this, and this. But yeah, look what happened. That's what happened last year. We thought Finn was being treated horribly. Who went heel in that situation? Finn. Who was the face? Damien. The WWE will do whatever the fuck they want. They were talking up Dom, and then they had him lose for Cena to drop it probably to Gunther's no draw power ass. And then Gunther will drop it to Sheamus. So that's why I'm pissed off. Because a lot of people's characters, a lot of wrestlers who are putting in this work, showing up every week, doing what they can for the Judgment Day storyline, only to get treated this way. That's who I feel for. I feel sorry for Dom. I feel sorry for Raquel. I feel sorry for Roxanne and Finn and JD. That's who I feel sorry for. And that's why I say I advocate for all of Judgment Day. I'm not about one or two people here. It's all of Judgment Day. So if you're going to be looking at me saying, well, because I already saw people on the X now, oh, Raquel and Roxanne can sit in catering until Liv returns. Bull fucking shit. I don't want to see that. Do you really want them this low when you need Roxanne and Raquel to have some sort of momentum when Liv returns? You want them to have this nice feud. Well, some people just think Liv should just annihilate the thing and just go all over the place. Or just go on by herself. And you know what? At this point, I don't even give a fuck. If they get their way and it ends up that way, fine. I'm kind of tired with certain factions on the X anyway. I don't want to see people sitting in catering. That's not fair to them. And not just because of Liv. Nobody should have been held up for Liv. I'm sorry. That's not fair. I would not want that to happen to any wrestler. Not just Raquel, not just Roxanne, not just Dom. Nobody needs to be sitting in catering. I'm not just all about Dom. I'm not just all about Liv or Finn. It's all of them. And like I said, I think Dom is just going to stay heel. I really do. I see no indication that Dom is turning face. None. I don't care about his cheers. Look at what happened tonight. It can turn on a dime like that and he can go heel. And he ain't got it to heel. And that's Boston because they wanted to go semi-racist with their chance. Go back to Mexico indeed, Boston. But y'all did that during the whole playoff systems with the NBA, so I shouldn't be surprised. Having said all that, welcome. My name is Ryder Maven. I am the host of the Wrestling Embassy podcast. I cover all things Judgment Day with Raquel, Finn, JD, Roxanne, Poor Carlito, and El Grande Americano, and Los Americanos. This Raw review is entitled, So What Now? I pretty much said what now before, but seriously, what happens now? Because what happens to the Judgment Day? Dom lost, Raquel lost. Raquel looked like an idiot. And Finn and JD were nowhere to be found. There was no advancement of the Judgment Day storyline, even though it was desperately needed. The time where we should have gotten a clubhouse segment or backstage encounter or even just something in the background was sorely needed, and we never did get it. All to set up War Games, who nobody gives a fuck about. But like I said, tonight proved the WWE will do anything despite the crowd, and why I say never. Which is why I say, for a lot of people that are saying, oh, Liv Dom won't get separated, look at what happened tonight. I'm just going to point back to tonight. When people just going to keep saying Liv Dom is going to stay strong, look at tonight. It is not a separate situation. They will spite the crowd. Triple H, with his nose self, will spite the crowd just because he's got that ego. So don't be surprised. Things happen. But there were some positives tonight. I'm going to be covering that. And I'm going to be getting into what I think Judgment Day can do. It's going to be hard to look forward to next week, but that's what we have to do. So, starting off Monday Night Raw, we had Dom, Cena, and Triple H. Now, Triple H wasted 10 minutes of my life showing out there because he could not have let John Cena have his moment on his own starting off Monday Night Raw in his hometown. No, we got to have Triple H out there. So after Triple H drones on for 10 minutes, here comes John Cena with his promo. And then here comes Dirty Dom to interrupt. Now, I do like Dom's promo here. It was cocky as fuck. He was in his feelings. and he was getting in everybody's faces. He was getting in Triple H's because he was unhappy about what happened last week, and he was getting in Cena's face, and he was just pretty much saying, "Y'all are old. I'm the future. I can beat you anytime, any era, any place." He was all like, "Well, I will not do anything out of respect for your father," which really sets off Dom. And then after Dom said, "I can beat you anytime, any place," that's when Triple H makes the Intercontinental Championship match. Now, one thing I will appreciate is that Dom was able to get his offense in. It wasn't a squash, but I really did not like the ending to it. John Cena didn't even get his knees up when Dom did his frog splash, so it's not like it was a block attempt before he rolled into the attitude adjustment. And I don't really like Dom just taking one attitude adjustment just to win that. So it was a downgrade for Dom being so smart. Maybe his now cash made a check that his ass can't cash, but still. We've been presenting Dom a certain way, and then here when we run up against Cena, a lot of that just went out the window. So the only thing I can really appreciate is that Dom got his offense in, some at least. Like I said earlier, Dom losing means that he should head straight to the main event. I mean, straight to the main event. Like, if you're going to take the Intercontinental Championship off of Dom, he needs to be facing CM Punk as soon as he gets through with his Logan Paul bullshit. And I am so serious about this. Dom's promo was great. He did not seem out of place, and was able to stand toe to toe with John Cena and Triple H, and not a lot of people can do that. So I think he was really good with his promo work. One thing that I really didn't like, it just pretty much calls the future only to beat him. So all this for Gunther, all this for Sheamus, and I really don't give a fuck about Sheamus either. Not sure why the priority now for all these people to get Grand Slams. So anyway, it's been done. People can stop bitching about John Cena having his Grand Slam moment because he's just gonna have that title for 3 fucking weeks, or maybe like what, maybe if that. So he's got to get defended one more time, and then that's it. I did get a picture of Dom walking out with his mega championship, and I felt so bad for him. But it is what it is, and what's done is done. Now, after this, we had Cena celebration where all the faces were cheering like he vanquished a monster or something. I guess Dom was a terror in the locker room. And then, surprise, surprise, here comes Ray Ray. You know, the man who Cena beat for the championship so he could get that title back. You know, that Rey Mysterio. See, Ray is not really beating the allegations. Because a long time ago, when CM Punk left with the title and they did an interim championship where Mysterio won, and then Cena came back and then challenged Ray that same night and won it. Here's Ray congratulating Cena just because he beat his son. And this is after Ray posted LOL. You're not beating the allegations. This is why Dom turned on you, and this is why Dom turning on you is justified. Because what the fuck, dude? You think, and you're going towards this retirement tour for Ray, you would think just a little bit that maybe Ray would be miffed at his son getting beat that way because of how he was beat so many years ago. But no, it's just something so he can laugh at Dom. It's kind of up there where Ray said that Rhea Ripley was better for Dom than Liv. Because what the fuck, sir? It's one of those audacity things. That's why, that's just audacity. And that's why, pretty much, Dom's going to stay heel because of that. That's not something sympathy. This is just pretty much Dom getting laughed at, which is what happens to heels. So he's gonna stay heel. I don't see him turning face as a Ray Ray. Because they're not gonna present Ray Ray as heel. Even with him acting like an idiot. Then after this, after a while, we get Raquel versus Stephanie for the women's world title. Raquel looked amazing. I really hate this. They keep using this old ass render for 2023, but when they use her updated renders, she looks good. But she looked amazing. She had some new gear. I love that gear on her. She looked fabulous. She looked fine. I loved it. Roxanne was looking good too, and she had a Judgment Day jacket that I kind of want. It was really cute. I like that. But I'm all about Raquel because she looked great. Me and Raquel had a pretty decent match. Really did not like how this was superseded by the tag team match, but I see why they did it because they had to do War Games at the end. But I did like how Raquel was showing off all her power moves, powered out of the Devil's Kiss. powering out of a lot of different things where she was just tossing Stephanie around. And then pretty much the ending comes where Raquel calculated, and then she got a Stephanie got Raquel into a position for a spinal tap, pinned her 1, 2, 3, and then Roxanne tried to shot in, but then she gets thrown out by Nikki relatively easy, which I did not like. So more on that later. And then after that, we get the least anticipated heel turn that we saw coming because Nikki just takes out Stephanie, holds up the title, and she turns heel. So positives of this is just Raquel being able to show her power and moves. But what I really did not like was Roxanne looking so weak. She just pretty much got manhandled and was a non-factor. Again, this is what I say. Everybody needs to be better. Raquel was able to do some moves, but then she became a non-factor at the match. Roxanne was able to be a non-factor at the match just so Nikki can have her heel turn. And then they're pretty much exited the feud. Now, some people were saying that, well, maybe they can go for a tag or they can go for being the Stephanie Nikki thing, but Nikki pretty much supersedes that. Can make that a triple threat or a fatal four-way or something like that, but that pretty much closes off feud because Stephanie has beaten Raquel and she's beaten Roxanne. This is why I didn't want Roxanne to lose. See the method to a madness here. Roxanne lost that match to Stephanie straight up. Now they exited the storyline. They've got nothing to do. And I will not sit here and stand for them having to wait on Liv. I'm sorry. Now they're twiddling their thumbs now, along with Finn, JD, and Dom. So I have no desire to see Nikki heel. Saw Nikki heel years ago, and I didn't like it then, and I'm not now. Unless she's probably going to bring out that whole like Mickey Sawa or something like that. So, anywho, what happens to the Judgment Day? Like I said, Dom losing makes Finn look like a geek because the man never did challenge for the Intercontinental Championship when he did it, had the chance. And that now is Finn going to gloat about Dom losing? But why would he gloat when he doesn't even have a title? You see where we're going here now? He can gloat, but he has no title to gloat about. They're just gonna angrily stare at each other, I guess. Nothing to feud over. You could maybe say Judgment Day, but why would you feud over Judgment Day? It's not like they've been doing declare themselves leaders or something like that. There's nothing to feud over. Raquel and Roxanne have no feuds available because they've gone through the Computer Warriors, they've gone through Stephanie and Nikki, they've gone through Bailey and Lyra. There's nobody else to feud with. Nothing is done. Unless you slide Roxanne and Raquel over there to Becky or something like that, there's nothing for them to feud with. And Liv come back, but I want Liv to come back to this mess because this is a mess. I was thinking you would want something built up storylines for her, but I don't want her coming back to this mess. She can stay on until 2026. I am so serious about this. Because what can Liv do now in this situation? What? Or come back and, oh, we're going to give it the whole college try? I don't even see what Liv could do in this situation. And like I said, I do not see Dom heel, and no, I am not afraid of him turning babyface. I just don't see it. There's nothing that I see from commentary or his mannerisms that indicates that he's going face. And AAA is a different beast than WWE. Let's look at what's going on with El Grande. He's presented as a face in AAA, but on the WWE with Los Americanos, he's a heel. Also, the heel work, they ignored the cheers because Becky will get cheered. Becky will get cheered. Seth will get cheered. Braun Breaker gets cheered. Peak is dog barking. So the WWE will do whatever the fuck it wants to do. CM Punk said a line a long time ago that says that I think this was more about Vince McMahon, that he will say is a millionaire when he could have been a billionaire because they just so adamant of going a certain way with things, and that's what it's showing out now. He's making tons of money on presenting Dom a certain way, but is WWE and Triple H going to do that? No, because if that was the case, he would still have the title right now. John Cena would have put over Dominik Mysterio. Did that happen? No. That's why I say I would not be surprised if we get DomRox. And I will not be surprised if whatever they decide to do regarding Dom. Like I said, if they want to keep him heel, they're going to keep him heel. Their reaction be damned. And like I said, I keep seeing that in commentary, even during the commentary during the match throughout the night when they talked about Dom losing. That wasn't a sympathetic beat for Dom. People could get some sympathy to turn him face, but with Ray moving right there, he's not turning face. So next week, all we can see about is how Judgment Day reacts to this. Because there's no title except for Dom's Mega Championship, and I'm not even sure what the angle could be. What, is everybody just going to be grouchy at each other? That's Raw. All I have to say is that I have to thank Dominik Mysterio for being my champion, El Jefe, and I really appreciated his Intercontinental Championship run. Got off to a slow start, and we just now got him getting promos, but we got there. He was able to prove his worth. We actually saw his growth. We actually saw him become a double champ. So I am proud of him, and I'm really happy for him. I don't like the way his run ended as with the Intercontinental title, but all I can say is thank you, Dom. Hopefully, you get that rocket ship strapped to you so you can go to the main event. And that's all I can pray for. And like I said, as a WWE fan, all you can do is hope and pray that things go your way.